Why does your website drift over time? You go through the redesign process, everybody's happy, right? You get creatives and developers and content people, all that in the same room, and you riff on building this amazing new site. Everybody's happy about it, right? Then it launches, throw a party, everybody's thrilled about the new brand look, the updated messaging, the whole 9 yards, and then the website stalls. Crickets, right? Now, sometimes you work on it for a while, you have that momentum going, and you keep it moving with your in-house team. Sometimes it immediately stops, like right after the website launches. We've all been a part of the grand scheme of that mix, right? And then somebody has this idea for a marketing campaign. They're like, oh yeah, we need to go and update the site. So you hop in and you start working on it, and you're trying to remember what type of button roundedness was there, what was the exact color code for this thing, or the font size for these various different elements. And slowly but surely, as those things start stacking up, you get a designer that does things a little bit differently than the other one. And then over time, your pages start looking disparate from one another. You've design drifted. Sometimes this happens in 6 months, sometimes it takes 2 years. All just depends on how many hands and cooks in the kitchen you have. And so how do we stop this from happening? Well, when you build your site, and you can actually do this when it's being built or when the website's already launched and you have something, save the different components away. Let's call them puzzle pieces. Once you've built them once, save them to a library so you don't have to think about the details of the creative pieces again. And then when you're building a new page, force yourself to be locked into those design elements over and over and over again. And you might be thinking, well, it gets boring over time. It actually isn't boring. It's consistent, and consistency helps you win over customers when they can understand where you're coming from. And then over time, you have all of these different elements that you have to play with. And when you're building them out, shoot some simple videos so that your other team members know how to use them as well. Create the library and set yourself up for long-term